is like 5:30 in the morning. I'm taking a break already. I am tired, man. I'm not even gonna front with you. I am tired. I'm ready to be done, and I am 2 hours into my shift today. But you gotta get it done. Once the sun comes up, I'll be feeling a lot better. But you gotta get it done. So I'm like 2 hours early to my appointment right now. I'm tracking 2 hours early, but I'm 150, 160 miles away. So I can afford a break. I was like, yeah, I'm about to take a break. Walk around a little bit. Record a video real quick. And this video is a piece of advice that I give people who are on my truck. And that is this. Don't be is part of the sentence. Do not omit be. Don't be driving a semi like it's a car. Don't be driving, especially if you get in mine. You get your own semi, and that's what you want to do. You want to drive it like it's a car. Go ahead and do what you got to do. Don't be driving my truck like it's a car. Okay, if you can get this down, you'll be a much better driver. What do I mean? What do you mean, Travis Kinley, who is coming back to you with another one? Prime example, okay? You're approaching a red light. If you're in a car, most people in a car wait to start braking, I don't know, 30 yards out, something like that. Something like that. Or a vehicle in front of you start braking maybe 30 yards out or so. Don't come to prime with that, okay? You have to make this shift. Here's what I told Taylor. So you got to make this shift from, I'm trying to get out the wind, man. You got to make this shift from the old you to the new you, the old driver of you to the new driver, okay? Can't put new wine in old wine skins. You can't put new driving habits in your old driving brain or something, okay? You have to make this shift where you become a new driver, and that is going to look like you no longer driving like you're driving a car. You now drive your car like you're driving a semi. You don't wait to start braking 30 yards out. You start braking in some way, shape, or form as soon as you realize or even believe you might need the brakes here soon. Prime example. You're driving down a straight road, 4-lane US highway, median in the middle. You're in the right lane. There's a vehicle in front of you approximately 40 yards out, and there's a vehicle directly in front of it, because you know people in four-wheelers, they follow each other bumper to bumper because that's going to get you to work faster. The vehicle in front of the vehicle in front of you starts braking, turns their right blinker on. You should immediately hit the first stage of your jakes. At the very least, let off the accelerator, right? You don't have to always switch lanes. Sometimes that car be gone, but you need to back up. Don't just keep driving with your foot on the accelerator, you know, approaching the car in front of you now closer and closer, who is braking because of the car in front of them. Hit the first stage of your jakes. Go ahead and bring it down 2 to 3 miles an hour. Delay your approach. Boom, car turns, next car in front of you starts to accelerate, and then boom, you just pick that 2 to 3 miles an hour back up. Okay? Don't be driving a truck like you're driving a car. That is not the thing you're supposed to do. It's not what you're supposed to do. All right, let me give you another example. Let's see what we got. Here's an example. I got in an Uber the other day in Jersey. I was in Jersey. Got in an Uber the other day in Jersey. My Uber driver had one of them new cars, right? I don't know what kind of car he had. I just know it was real new. I was like, dang, Uber must be paying these days. Okay, well, he took a little exit ramp, like one of the ones that go all the way around. He took an exit ramp and was like zooming. And I was like, bro, we're moving kind of quick, right? So, but you can't just do that, okay? Don't be, that's right, don't omit the be. Don't be driving your truck like it's a car. Don't do that, okay? Don't be hitting these exit ramps going 45 miles an hour. You just saw the sign said 25, saw the sign said 30. Okay, generally speaking, I know someone who believes that when you're on in a car or on a motorcycle, there's a posted sign that says slow down to 50, you can do about 10 to 15 over and be okay. I know somebody who used to say things like that. That person doesn't exist anymore. But you can't do that in a semi, okay? You need to be doing the posted speed before you hit the curve. Don't wait to hit the middle of the curve, realize your truck can't handle the curve. Now you're gonna slam on the service brakes because your Jake's gonna take a second to activate. Don't do all of that. Don't get in these semis driving it like you're in a car, or if you're at prime, you're gonna rack up the criticals, okay? Eventually you're gonna get pulled over, you're gonna doggone, you know, you're gonna hit some vehicle in front of you or something like that. You're gonna do something to get yourself hurt, get somebody else hurt. Or if you're in training, your trainer's just gonna get very upset with you because you're driving this semi like it's some Honda Civic, okay? 579 don't handle like no Honda Civic. Don't do that, seriously. It's quite annoying. Don't do that. You're just tearing stuff up. You're wearing out service brakes. You're wearing out, you know, whether you got disc brakes or not, man. Don't be wearing my disc brakes out, man. Chill out, dude. You know? Don't do it, okay? It's just not safe. What's another example? Let's see if I can get you one more. All right, I got one for you. You're driving down the interstate. This one happens all the time. You're driving down the interstate, car is merging onto the interstate. Car has no idea what to do because cars don't never know what to do when they merging on the interstate around an 18-wheeler. They just freak out and stare at you in the mirror, right? Car then merges directly in front of your vehicle. Now, if you're in a car, you can just keep on riding, right? Keep on riding the exact same speed that you were riding before, and y'all just ride bumper to bumper. Don't do that in a tractor trailer, okay? These vehicles, even I got disc brakes all the way around. I really enjoy the disc brakes on my truck. I still cannot stop my vehicle on a dime like that to the point where I'm comfortable riding right behind the vehicle. And I know my truck pretty well, okay? I know my truck pretty well. Don't nobody know this truck like I know my truck. You can come out another 579, same year and everything, and I do not believe you're gonna know my truck like I know my truck. But I'm still not comfortable, even with my brakes, just riding up right behind somebody like that, okay? You can't do that when you're in a semi. Even if you're in traffic, dude, you're gonna wear your service brakes out. Stop, go, stop, go. You're gonna run up the fuel, okay? Don't do that. Don't drive, don't omit the B, don't be driving no tractor, no road tractor, like it's a Toyota Corolla, like it's your mom's Camry from the house. You're not driving your mom's Camry no more. You're driving a road tractor. All right, that's just another thing. It's just something that you gotta make this switch in your mind. You're not in a car. You gotta make the switch in your mind. What I told Taylor was, and Taylor doesn't do this, I'm just saying, you know, Taylor's my current trainee, so if you're ever my current trainee, it means you're gonna be used in a bunch of examples all the time. What I told Taylor was, one thing you have to do as a rookie is you have to make this switch that I'm talking about, but you have to make it so much so that when you go home, you are driving your car like a semi. Not the reverse, that when you come to work, you're driving your semi like a car, but when you go home, you're driving your car like a semi. You know, you're keeping a good following distance, you're braking extremely early, you're constantly trying to keep it in motion. Instead of stopping all the way at a red light, you try to just roll up to the red light real slow and let it turn green, and ooh, I say, you know, I'm at 15 miles an hour right now. I didn't have to drop to 0, stuff like that, you know? But you gotta make this switch mentally. I'm telling you, eventually, you're either gonna spend a ton of money if you're an owner-op, replacing brakes and then fuel and everything else, because you're constantly slamming on brakes and stop, go, or you know, as a company driver, you're just, I don't know, man, your net fuel costs ain't gonna be great. I mean, at the very least. Or at worst, you're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna hurt somebody else. All right, I'm getting back in the truck. I'm listening to a podcast, Suspect, running through that, and we're gonna take it to the 90s. You already know what the business is. Find you somebody to love. I love y'all. Don't forget, it's not about what you believe. It's all about why you believe it. Now, live free.